For the 30-second problem on this first ACT practice test, what fraction lies exactly halfway between 2/3 and 3/4? So with a problem like this, there are at least a couple different ways to solve it. One way is that if you ever need to find a number that lies exactly in the middle of two other numbers, you could just take an average of those numbers. Or in other words, I could add both of these together and then just divide by the total number of things I'm adding together. Or in other words, 2 in this case. So I'd add these together and then divide by 2, and whatever that simplifies to would be my final answer. But in this case, I do think it would be simpler if we just gave these two numbers a common denominator. So let's write each of those down. 2/3 and 3/4. So one way to always find a common denominator is that you can take both of their denominators, 3 and 4, and then multiply them together. So in this case, 12 would work as a common denominator. And since we had to multiply this 3 by 4 to get to 12, we would have to do the same thing to the top. And 2 times 4 is 8. So looking at this fraction, since we multiplied 4 by 3 to get to 12, we would have to multiply 3 by 3, which gives us 9. So now the question is, what number is between 8/12 and 9/12? And since there is no whole number between both of these, what we can do is just double our denominator. So 8/12, we're now talking about 20/4. Since we multiplied 12 by 2, we would have to do the same thing to 8. And 8 multiplied by 2 is 16. Now we'll do the same thing with 9/12, giving it a denominator of 24. And 9 times 2 would be 18. So now it's obvious what the middle number is. Since between 16 and 18, 17 would be right in the middle. So 17/24 is exactly in the middle of 2/3 and 3/4. And that would be choice letter K here.